Everybody, if you follow Charlotte Reflexology on Instagram and Facebook, then you probably know that I'm on day 4 of my week with no salt. Yes, during the holidays. Yes, it was the time that I wanted to choose to do this, and for good reason. So, we're the kind of people that we don't let a holiday stop us from maintaining our health. So this was what I thought was a good time to go ahead and try this no salt challenge. So this is what's interesting. I've been doing a lot of recipe development and a lot of research on certain food combinations and what works well for the best digestibility of your food. And I came across a lot of different articles and some very good videos about why we should not eat any form of salt. It doesn't matter if it's sea salt or Himalayan salt or table salt, we shouldn't be eating salt at all. Now, this was very interesting to me because, one, I've never heard this before, but two, I started to think a little bit about what they were saying. A couple of things. When you are eating salt, you are always going to deal with dehydration and have to drink more water. What this means is that you're going to impact your kidney function. The more water you drink, the more you're diluting your electrolytes and the more you're getting rid of those things and the harder your kidneys have to work. Also, you're going to experience a lot of bloating. I thought about that. And also, you're going to have issues with your hormones. Those are just 3 of the things that I picked out that I wanted to talk about on this video, but there are several more reasons why a lot of people say we should not be eating any salt. So, of course, I heard what they were saying, and the main thing that made me decide to do this was I asked myself a couple of questions. Do I deal with bloating? Yes. Do I deal with dehydration? Yes, I do. And how do I know this? Because I'm always thirsty, especially after I eat, because I am always using salt on my food. And I have to admit, I sometimes over salt my food. And you can't take out the salt that you put in. You just have to leave it in there and eat what it is and deal with the consequences. And the other thing that I also notice is that I am also dealing with hormone problems. So I've also answered that question for myself. Do I have hormone problems? Yes, I do. So I said, is this going to work for me? The only way for me to know is to find out for myself. So for the first 3 days, I have not put any salt in any food in any way. Of course, it was a change for my taste buds. But I also noticed that my taste buds started to notice the flavors of food for real. Most of the time when I put salt on the food, all I taste is a strong salt taste. And maybe if I put in garlic or onions, I taste that too. But I don't get to taste the subtleties of other things. For example, if I put ginger, or if I put, I shouldn't say ginger because ginger is kind of strong, but if I put in other herbaceous things like basil or tarragon or rosemary, sometimes those things get masked when you put in too much salt. And I actually have an opportunity to taste what food tastes like without the overpowering effects of salt. And I gotta tell you, it's good. It really is. But it took a couple of days. And then I also found that a lot of people will use celery powder because it's naturally high in salt, and they will use that as a salt replacement. I don't think it should be particularly a salt replacement for the rest of your life. However, it is a nice transitional ingredient. And if you're going to use it, it's not going to be as salty. Just don't think that you're going to get the same salty effects as you are with regular salt. But it does give a nice flavor to food. So I'm very surprised that I liked that, and it was very easy to do. If you want to know how I made it, if you follow Charlotte Reflexology on Instagram, I have put the post up there as to what it took in order for me to make celery powder. And I'm going to continue to do that for a while. After my week of no salt eating, I'll come back and tell you what my results are. So far, I have to tell you that I have not had to drink as much water. And I also go to the bathroom more often. I'm not talking about just urination, I'm talking about elimination. And generally when I have to go eliminate, I have to drink a lot of water before I have to do that. That hasn't been happening. And I have actually been able to go more often without any issues. I'm very happy about that as well. So this is Joy here. I will do another video at the end of the week and let you know how everything goes. See you soon.